Thank you, Matt. I'd like to start off congratulating Coach Napier and our football players and staff and program on a great regular season. Wish them the best in the Sunbelt Championship game this weekend at Boone, and we'll be pulling for those guys. We got off to a 3-1 start with 3 out of 4 games at home. We went to Wyoming and shot the ball poor. I don't know if it was the frigid temperatures outside or the elevation or new basketball or what, but we did not shoot the ball well at all. And fought and had a chance, got the game into overtime after a poor second half, not making a 3-point field goal in the second half, 0 for 9. Got it into overtime and got a lead and then let it go. And it was disappointing. It was a game that was there, and we didn't take it when we needed to. We had some guys that were tired, but no excuses. We just didn't make shots and didn't take the game. And then we went on to Vegas and played Detroit Mercy, who's got a very good player, and Antoine Davis, who broke Steph Curry's freshman 3-point record a year ago, and is a prolific scorer and gets to shoot it quite a bit with his dad coaching the team, and he makes quite a bit. So he put on a show the night before. They beat Irvine, and then we beat those guys, beat Detroit, played well, shot the ball well. Tyre Smith came off the bench for the second game in a row and gave us a big boost and helped us get that victory. And we turned around and played Irvine, a team that went to the NCAA tournament last year and lost to Oregon to go to the Sweet 16, set a school record with 31 wins, 4th in the country in field goal defense. I mean, very good basketball team, much bigger than us, and they overpowered us inside. And after a poor start, we trailed 10-0 to start the game. Had it 56-50 in the middle of the second half, and then the last probably 8 to 10 minutes, we let them score 17 of 21 field goals, and we missed 9 of 10. So the final margin was not really indicative of the entire game, but they overpowered us inside. Tommy Rutherford was 9 for 10, one of their post players. They had 4 post players, 6'9" or better, that all scored double figures. Tyre Smith did not play. It was his worst game. He did not play as well as he had. Didn't score for us, and we got beat on the glass. And they're a team that's plus 12 in rebound margin, so they've got a really good team. And disappointing the way we finished the game, but we learned a little bit about ourselves on this trip. We got a couple of guys back healthy that have practiced, and we'll have our third preparation today after taking Thanksgiving off in preparation for Southeastern Louisiana tomorrow night.
How much of that, when you're on the road, things are a little unusual, how much do you take that good and bad, or how much do you just say, well, that's just an experience and you just follow it away? How much do you take from all that?
Well, some nights you're just not going to shoot the ball well, and it's just one of those nights. Another team may make every shot. That can happen, and there's nothing you can really do about it. We had a hard trip. I mean, I'll be honest. We got up at 5:30 in the morning. We left the Cajun Dome at 5:30. We go to the airport here. We sit for a while, delay on the flight. We get to Houston, and then go to Denver, and don't have time to eat. Get to Denver and then eat, bus to Laramie, and then practice. So we had a hard travel day the day before, but no excuses. We just didn't shoot the ball well, and our defense wasn't good at times.
What does Smith need to do to kind of play catch up, and then when he does catch up, what would be the biggest benefit by his presence?
To play catch up, he's just got to practice more. He practiced one day, and that was a Wednesday in Laramie, a place that's hard to breathe at times, supposedly, because of the elevation, and had a good game. Really gave us a charge off the bench and helped us interior defense. He's our best post defender. He's an excellent rebounder. He's long, and he plays hard. And with continued practice, I think that will get him to where he needs to be and try to get him in shape. He hasn't been able to do a lot physically, so trying to catch his wind. Laramie wasn't a place to catch your wind, but he is working hard in practice. He's had a couple of good days, and he'll continue to bolster the inside for us and support our other players there.
Coach, what do you like about the way Jalen's playing, and is there things that you think you can maybe improve on kind of moving forward?
Well, always room for improvement. He shot the ball extremely well in the games here, and of course you go to Wyoming, and he scored 20 points, I think, in every game, and all of a sudden he has 0 points at halftime and 0 rebounds. So you're the focal point of the other team's scouting report every night, and you've got to learn how to handle that. And on the trip, he scored a little bit against Detroit, didn't score as many against Irvine. And on the trip, he goes 1 for 12 from three. So that's not very characteristic of him at all. We shot the three good as a team, 2 of the 3 games, but Jalen didn't. And he's going to have to continue to prepare and step up his game because in conference, that's what we'll see.
I don't think you had a chance to speak about it before, but I noticed that PJ Hardy returned to the team for all 3 games on the road trip. Just what went into the decision of letting him back on the team, and then also just how much of a boost does he give you being back in the rotation?
Well, PJ did not play well against Wyoming. Unfortunately, they had a senior guard that was the best player on the floor that night, and if PJ would have stepped up and played better, we would have had an opportunity to win that game. But he didn't make shots. He did make some shots, especially in the second game out in Vegas, and it was good to get him going. And he certainly can bring some shooting to our team, some scoring off the bench. If you look in previous games, we've had guys that were inexperienced coming off the bench, and now you've got PJ, a senior, you've got Tyler Smith, who's back, and you also Malik Wilson came off the bench. So now you've got some scoring coming from our bench.
What's 1 or 2 areas maybe y'all got better, or things that gave you more encouragement from the road trip?
Well, we had 7 turnovers the game against Irvine, which was a positive. Just grew a little bit defensively. We were good at times, but just weren't consistent enough, and had to rearrange our play each night with different officials and how the game was called. Still learning that process, but disappointed in our free throw percentage. We leave the state, we're shooting 81%. We come back, we're shooting 71%. So really disappointed there. And we had the one bad game at Wyoming where we didn't shoot the ball well. So, but there's plenty to work on, and were some things that we improved on this long trip.
What does Southeastern present you?
They're going to press a little bit. They're athletic. They're going to get out and deny on the wings. They're aggressive. Have a lot of athletes. Not a big team, so to speak. They've got a 6'9" player, does a good job. 6'7" player, it's their best player. It's averaging 15.5 and 9 rebounds. But they're a guard-heavy team, and they're going to try to speed us up a little bit and pressure us out of our offense.
Did you mention you might get somebody back, or did you get anybody back who hadn't been available?
For our team, no. Javon Lowry has surgery scheduled for Wednesday morning, so he'll be out.
Season ending, or?
Probably.